With Justice League Apocalypse War nearing, I thought it'd be fun to take a look back at the first DC animated universe movie, the movie that started it all, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox. I think this is far and away the best movie set in that universe. I know a lot of people like Death of Superman a lot. I do enjoy that movie, but I think this just is so much better on every front, from a storytelling perspective, from a character development perspective. This movie feels more plot driven, and I think it's more emotional, but that is mainly because I am more connected to the Flash as a character than I am to Superman. So this is really the only Flash-centric movie we've ever had, but I still don't know if there will be another Flash movie that is better, live action or animated, because this movie is near perfection. The voice cast for this movie is stacked for major or minor characters, and it's amazing how many iconic DC characters they fit into this movie. They have Deathstroke, Lex Luthor, of course the main members of the Justice League, Reverse Flash, all the main members of Flash's Rogues, Ocean Master, Black Manta, Captain Atom, Lois Lane. Also, there's quite an interesting parallel to the Injustice universe, but instead of essentially a war between Batman and Superman, it's of course a war between Wonder Woman Themyscira and Aquaman Atlantis. There's a quote by Barry's mother at the beginning of the movie that actually ends up impacting the entire plot.
Accept the things you cannot change, have the courage to change the things you can, and have the wisdom to know the difference.
I don't totally get that.
You will.
And I know, of course, most people going into this movie know what Flashpoint is about, and that quote is kind of very obvious foreshadowing, but I think they fit it into the movie pretty well. Even though Reverse Flash doesn't actually have that much screen time, he is an outstanding villain. The prelude of the movie where Flash is taking on all the rogues and he finds out that Thawne is the one that put him up to this, and Thawne actually has bombs on all of them, is just outstanding, and it shows how evil Thawne really is. He will die to destroy the reputation of the Flash. Flashpoint Batman is one of the best on-screen takes on Batman, and quite possibly the best Elseworlds take we'll ever get. Batman being Thomas instead of Bruce in a parallel universe is just a genius idea in my opinion, and it works so well in this movie, and I'm sure it worked well in the comic before that. It's insane how brutal Wonder Woman is in this movie. I mean, she murders a freaking kid, so just kinda had to throw that out there. Honestly, there are so many great scenes in this movie, but two really stick out to me when it comes to dialogue. The first is when Thomas is reflecting on his wife becoming the Joker, and the second is, of course, when Eobard is taunting Barry, and he comes to the realization that one act that he did out of love, mind you, impacted the entire universe. Thawne is a straight up asshole in the scene, but honestly, he makes some pretty valid points.
Wait, you didn't stop JFK from getting assassinated, or make sure Hitler stayed in art school. You saved your mommy. You missed her.
Even though Barry did fuck up, he of course comes to the realization of it, and honestly, I think this entire event made him a better hero. Then of course in the end, we get another extremely memorable and emotional scene where Barry visits Bruce in the Batcave and gives him the letter from his father. I'm not gonna lie, even though I've seen Bruce emotional and somewhat vulnerable at points in other movies and shows, I think this is the only time I've seen him shed a single tear while he's actually Batman. And of course, me being such a Batman fan, that pulls very heavy at my heartstrings. So yeah, I think this is a very strong movie, and I would highly recommend it. If you somehow haven't seen it, I know I pretty much spoiled everything for you, but not really at the same time. I think this is an essential movie to see for any Flash fan. If you consider yourself a Flash fan, seriously go watch it. This is one of the best animated DC movies we'll ever get. Everything in the movie works, and it works well. Everything comes together perfectly. Reverse Flash is one of the best villains in any DC animated movie, even though he doesn't have a ton of screen time. Every time he's on screen, his presence is felt. Thomas Wayne Batman is amazing. The Flash himself is great in this movie. So highly recommended. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time.